Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Record Scratch Podcast, the podcast where we discuss all things music, movies, and video games. My name is Garrett, and as we near the holidays, we wanted to make our definitive list of Christmas movies and songs. I'm once again joined by resident of the North Pole, Keebler Elf, Johan. How are you, Johan?
Welcome to the Record Scratch Podcast. I'm Record, he's Scratch.
So, in keeping with our traditions of me quizzing you, and we'll continue talking about traditions in a moment, I've prepared a quiz for you, and this quiz is all about Christmas traditions from around the world. Before we start that, do you have any special Christmas traditions you do with your family?
I'm in a mood today. I don't know. This could get weird.
Okay.
We do this wild thing. We eat dinner on Christmas Eve, then we go to bed, and then in the morning, we open gifts. You know, like we give each other gifts and we open them. Sometimes Santa Claus gets in there,
All right.
dips his toe in a little gift pool. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
So, fairly traditional Christmas for you. My family's also pretty traditional with it. However, our traditions kind of revolve a lot around the food that we actually eat. So we eat borscht, but not the typical like beet soup borscht. We also have a German cookie named Lebkuchen, which roughly translates to German honey cake. And we do our gift exchange on Christmas Eve, except for the presents from Santa or the stockings. Those happen in the morning.
I actually think we do that as well. So I think what happens is every Christmas we get together and on Christmas Eve we go, do we open presents on Christmas Eve? I don't remember. Did we do that last time? And then like maybe we open like one present on Christmas Eve, or like it really depends on the year. The Santa and stocking stuff is definitely the next day.
Right. Yeah, I know it's a big thing in Europe to do your gift exchanges with family and stuff on Christmas Eve.
That makes sense.
So all around the world, people celebrate Christmas differently. So what's going to happen, I'm going to describe a series of traditions for you, and I'd like you to tell me which country the tradition is from.
I'm so good at this. I'll be so ready.
Some of these are going to be newer traditions, and some are going to be like old legends. So number 1. Way back in December 1974, KFC created its Kentucky for Christmas campaign, promoting fried chicken as the perfect Christmas meal. And now, eating KFC food as a Christmas meal is still a huge holiday tradition in what country?
I believe that would be Japan.
That is Japan. Good.
Frig, yeah.
Okay, this next one, I actually do not know how to pronounce. Christmastide, hailed as the most unholy time of the year. It runs from the Orthodox Christmas Eve on the 7th of January to the Epiphany on the 19th. It's a pagan tradition that involves feasting, Christmas music, fortune-telling, theater, local pranks, and diving into the country's freezing lakes and rivers.
Christmastide?
Christmastide.
Well, Orthodox makes me think like Ukraine, but jumping into frozen lakes and rivers makes me think like Sweden. So I'm going to split the difference and say Finland?
So it's Russia.
I mean,
You were close. Kind of. Number 3. A traditional Christmas here involves not one, but 2 unusual characters in place of Santa Claus. The first is Sammy Claus, who pops up around the 6th of December and shares treats like mandarins, cookies, and delicious Christmas chocolates. The second figure is his less than approachable helper, Schmulzi, who is basically the anti-Santa. He wears a black robe and has a dark beard, complete with a whip and an empty present sack.
this is badass.
He originally served to deter children from being naughty throughout the year.
Punk rock Christmas. Does he kidnap the children or something with his empty sack?
I think it's implied.
That seems like something an evil Christmas deity would do. I mean, it sounds like Germany or something like that. Maybe the Netherlands. One of those two. That's my guess.
So it's Switzerland.
I was thinking Switzerland.
Well, your hint there was delicious Christmas chocolates.
That's fair.
Number 4. In this country, there is a special tradition of having a Christmas lantern, which is called a peril. The lantern is star-shaped, remembering the Star of Bethlehem, and mainly made out of bamboo and paper. Every year, the Saturday before Christmas, they hold the Giant Lantern Festival.
Bamboo. Is it Mongolia?
Do you want to take another guess at it?
Is it Vietnam?
So it was the Philippines.
I was close with Vietnam. Geographically close.
Okay, last one. So in the 13 days leading up to Christmas.
Oh, these are the Yule lads from Iceland.
Yes. Okay. Wow.
Sorry, you can read the question.
Sure. In the 13 days leading up to Christmas, 13 tricksy troll-like characters come out to play in this country. The Yule lads visit the children across the country over 13 nights leading up to Christmas. For each night, children place their best shoes by the window, and a different Yule lad will visit, leaving gifts for the nice kids and rotting potatoes for the naughty ones.
Which one's your favorite Yule lad?
I actually didn't research the different Yule lads, so I don't know.
I'm a fan of her, the Skeller, the door slammer.
The door slammer.
Yeah, there's Stekyastar, sheep coat Claude. He steals sheep. And then there's Giljargar, Gullygawk. I don't really know what he does. Snuck into the cow barn, apparently. And then there's Stuffer, which is Stubby. I'm going to stop reading the Icelandic ones because I'm just butchering it. There's Spoon Licker, there's Pot Licker, there's Bowl Licker, Door Slammer. He comes in and he slams all the doors.
Oh.
Then you have Skier Gobbler, who comes in and eats all your skier. Sausage Swiper, he comes and steals your sausages. Then you have Window Peeper, peeps in your windows like a little creepy boy. Oh, and if your doors getting slammed wasn't enough, on the 11th day, you have Door Sniffer.
Door sniffer, oh god.
And then you have Meat Hook. I'm not really sure what he does. I guess he just has a meat hook and scares people. And then you have Candle Beggar. And it was unclear when I was learning about these whether or not he ate the candles or if he just wanted them.
Can I just ask, where did you learn about the Yule lads?
Throughout Reykjavik, the 13 days leading up to Christmas, they have in order the Yule lads come out and they have projections of them on the screen and you go around and you can like find them all and they have a new one popping up every day.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess my relatives there were like telling us about it, and then since then I have also kind of researched about it since then because I thought it was a cool little thing.
Yeah, no.
I googled what they're called.
Yeah, I figured that wasn't all from...
I know a few of them, but I don't know any of their Icelandic names because that's complicated.
No, you caught me off guard. All I said was 13 days, and you're like, Yule lads.
That's all I need to know. I was waiting for the Yule lads this entire quiz.
What if I didn't find them while I was researching?
I would be very disappointed, and I would bring them up anyway.
Okay, well, you got 2 out of 5, so that's better than last time.
I was thinking, before we move on, we could quickly go over what the actual nominations for Game Awards were and see how good our predictions were.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you remember any of the things that you said?
I can pull up my notes.
Did you also vote on the Game Awards?
I did vote, yes.
I also voted on most of them.
I think I voted on every single category, but ones that I didn't know, I just kind of threw a vote out there.
Same, but there was like 2 or 3 that I just like had no idea and I didn't feel like voting would be a fair thing. Okay, if you're ready, I'll just start at the top and go through them.
Okay, I am ready.
Game of the Year. I got, I think all of these except for Doom was on my list. Notably, I was wrong about Warzone and Fall Guys and Among Us and Persona 5.
Yeah, I think I got all of them. I didn't have Hades on my list for Game of the Year or Doom.
I kind of forgot Doom came out this year and it kind of snuck up on me with the Game Awards.
Right?
For Best Game Direction, I don't think I had any predictions for this
Yeah.
one, but I voted for Ghost of Tsushima. For Art Direction, I voted for Hades.
Okay, yeah, so I voted for Ghost of Tsushima.
And I had Fall Guys and Ghost of Tsushima on my list. I didn't even think about putting Ori on here or Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Final Fantasy I don't really think had a great art direction, I guess. Like, it looked fine. I didn't find it all that creative.
Yeah, it's just like a really graphically nice game.
Yeah.
For score, I voted for Doom because I love the Doom soundtrack.
I also voted for Doom, and for those same reasons.
For score, I put Ghost Runner, and it's nowhere close to here. In most games, I turn the music basically all the way down, so I don't know what the music is like in Hades, because I usually am listening to something else or watching something else when I'm playing it, and so I don't hear the music. Audio design, this was one I didn't feel great voting for, because I don't really play any of these games, but I still voted for Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay, I voted for Doom. I'm kind of unqualified to vote on best audio design, I feel, so...
Best performance, I voted for Laura Bailey.
Okay, I voted for Ashley Johnson.
I haven't played The Last of Us 2, but I know that
Okay,
they both
yeah.
did a very good job. Games for Impact, 0 predictions, and I didn't vote for it because I don't know what any of these games are.
Yeah, I've never heard of any of these.
Best ongoing.
I voted for No Man's Sky.
I voted for Warzone because I play it a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do I think it deserves it? Almost not, because it's like 300 gigabytes.
Yeah, it's huge.
Best indie, I voted for Hades, but I could definitely see Fall Guys winning this one.
I also voted for Hades, even though I have not played it. I feel like it should win something.
The only prediction I got right on this one was Fall Guys. Mobile. Apparently the Game Awards doesn't care when the game came out, only when it became popular,
Right.
because Among Us is on this list.
I voted for Among Us. It's probably going to win, although Genshin Impact is also very good.
Genshin Impact is very popular, but it looks like a Chinese ripoff of Breath of the Wild. Some of the assets even look the same.
I could see it a little bit, yeah. It definitely doesn't play like that.
Best VR/AR. I had nothing.
I voted for Half-Life Alyx on this one. That was the only one I had nominated as well.
Best action. Oof. I made a choice here.
So for this one, I voted for Doom.
So I also voted for Doom. I don't know why I voted for Doom over Hades in this one, because I want Hades to sweep the Game Awards, but I voted for Doom. I'm going to change my vote to Hades. Live right now, I'm changing my vote to Hades. Best action adventure.
So I voted for Ghost of Tsushima.
Good vote. The thing that surprised me about this was that Fallen Order is on this list. I didn't realize it didn't make the cutoff for last year.
Oh, right.
Unless it did make the cutoff for last year, but for some reason it's in this because it got like a New Game Plus and Combat Arena patch. But I voted for Fallen Order. I mean, I've played Assassin's Creed at this point, but out of the two that I've played, I much prefer Fallen Order, and I would vote for Spider-Man probably, but I haven't played this one yet.
Yeah, when I was doing the predictions, I predicted Last of Us 2, but then I didn't vote for it. So, I don't know.
I got none of my predictions right for this one. I put Resident Evil 3 Remake, Minecraft Dungeons, and Final Fantasy 7. Okay, best role-playing game.
So I predicted Maneater, but Maneater was not nominated for anything, so I gave it to Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, I remember being confused because I didn't actually have this in my predictions. And I think I must have just passed over it when I was going through the categories, unless this is a new category for this year, but I voted for Persona 5 Royale for this one. Best fighting. You said it was not a great year for fighting games, and it looks like a lot of these are re-releases.
Yeah, so like I said, Street Fighter V was terrible. I voted for Grand Blue Fantasy, which was the game that I kind of mentioned in our last episode after I wanted to give it to Kirby the Fighters. I've never played it, but it looks cool.
I gave it to Mortal Kombat. I don't play fighting games.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's fun.
Best family game.
So I gave that to Animal Crossing.
I voted for Animal Crossing as well. Best sim/strategy. Did they combine this category this year? Did they change it from best strategy?
Yes, I think they did.
I voted Crusader Kings 3 because it's amazing. Gears Tactics is also good. Microsoft Flight Sim is also good, but I didn't predict those, did I? No, I did predict Gears Tactics, I think.
I voted for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I haven't really played any simulation or strategy games this year.
This actually might be the category that I've played the most out of. 3 out of 5. Okay, for sports games, I voted for Tony Hawk because all of these are just sequels/yearly releases. Best multiplayer, I voted for Among Us. I don't know why I didn't predict Fall Guys in here, or Valorant. For some reason, I didn't write those down at all. I wrote down Warzone and Mario 35.
Mario 35, really?
Yeah, I was just guessing. I haven't played it yet either, so I don't know. I'm surprised Animal Crossing is on here because the multiplayer is...
It's pretty bad.
I think it's got a nomination simply because a lot of people were playing multiplayer, and compared to older Animal Crossings, this one's a lot easier, especially you can do like the dodo codes.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, they did kind of create a underground black market with their multiplayer, so I guess that counts.
They created a whole, basically just a cryptocurrency. Content Creator of the Year, I voted for Alana.
I also voted for Alana.
Cool.
Cool.
I could see Tim the Tatman winning it. I could see Valkyrie winning it. I guess I know who Nick Merckx is. I don't really know what he does, and I don't know who J.N. Lopez is, so...
I didn't know anybody other than Alana.
I think Alana should win.
Yeah.
Best debut game, which is a lot better than the Subway Eat Fresh indie title of the year or whatever it was called last year.
Yeah, I didn't vote on this one because I didn't play any of these.
I didn't play any of these either, but I voted for Phasmophobia because it was a cultural thing that happened. Esports athlete, I voted for Crim6 because he won the Call of Duty League. Esports coach, I voted for Krusty because I have an Overwatch bias. I think I got 2 of the coaches right, which kind of surprises me. I got Rambo and Krusty. Best esports event, I voted for Overwatch League because I have a bias.
I also voted for Overwatch League.
I could see it's probably going to go to League of Legends because I think that one wins every year. But I could see the COD League Championship winning it too. I don't know. I scratched the surface of the esports world watching only ever Overwatch League.
Right.
Best esports game, I voted for Modern Warfare.
I also voted for Modern Warfare, and I don't have a reason why. I just did.
I didn't really either. I think I was just like, yeah, it's new. It's a new Overwatch, a new esport. I guess Valorant's new as well. I just don't want CSGO, Fortnite, or League of Legends to win. Sorry, those 3 games.
That's fair. They win enough things, so.
Esports host, I voted for Golden Boy because I like him.
I did not vote on this category.
And I also don't know who any of the other 4 are. You might be surprised, but best esports team, I voted for the San Francisco Shock.
Overwatch League. Nice.
Yes. I wonder why. And that's the end of that. That's the end of the categories.
Awesome. So I think we were fairly accurate.
I was surprised with how much we got right in certain places. And then there was also a few things that got nominated that surprised me.
Okay, so now we're going to go through a list of Christmas movies and songs and decide whether we're going to keep them or trash them. I didn't write a whole lot down.
I've pulled up a list from Rotten Tomatoes, 62 best Christmas movies of all time. I have another list here from Goliath.com, worst Christmas movies. And then I have the same thing for worst Christmas songs ever recorded, but this is like specific recordings of songs, so I'm probably not gonna be able to use this list. And then I have another one just of like best Christmas songs. And I think it's just like basically everything.
I have a few songs written down and a few movies, so if we come across those in your lists, I'll share my thoughts on those, and if we don't, I'll mention them at the end.
I was just gonna like name a few. I wasn't gonna name every single one from these lists.
Obviously, that would take forever.
I have a last minute wrench to throw in this. Go through these movies and we actually create a list. We actually create a top 10 list. We don't have to rank them or anything. We just need to find 10 that we definitely need to keep. The rest we can trash.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Your favorite Christmas movie?
I'd probably say Jim Carrey Grinch. No, wait, no, cancel that. We're gonna delete that. That
Nope,
is
keep
not
it
my
in.
favorite Christmas
Keep it
movie.
in, keep it
My
in.
favorite Christmas
You said
movie
it.
is Elf.
It's funny that you said The Grinch because I was thinking, I don't know if I like that movie or not, and I've been trying to decide if I do.
Like the Jim Carrey Grinch? You don't know if you like it? What don't you like about it?
So if you compare it to the original Grinch movie, like the original Dr. Seuss story, it is obviously longer, and so it's
Yep.
full of a lot of crap. It's kind of weird, all the crap they threw in there, and kind of nonsensical, but I think that's also why I like it, is because of all the random shit they threw in. Like, there's literally a swingers party when the Grinch baby shows up.
Right. Maybe it's nostalgia talking, but I just like that movie.
That's what I was thinking as well. Maybe it's just nostalgia that I like this movie, but maybe I actually like it because it's so strange and ridiculous. I'm putting the Grinch on our list.
Okay, Grinch should be on our list. Honestly, all three versions of the Grinch, maybe just lump them into one.
I was going to specify which one, but I'm going to just put Grinch, and that can just be all of them, because the original's good. I've heard you say the new one's good. I haven't seen it myself.
The new one's good. It's different, though. It's on Netflix.
So there's a few other sort of classic ones that we could go through, like Charlie Brown Christmas Special. I don't know if that counts as a full movie, but...
I mean, I could count it. I've probably seen it at one point, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, that's fair. Same. I was never big on Charlie Brown. Okay, we're getting rid of Charlie Brown. How about another classic that got remade, Miracle on 34th Street?
I have never seen the original or the remake.
I've definitely seen the remake as a kid. It's good.
I know it's talked about a lot. I've never seen it.
I'm gonna write it down, but I feel like it's a good contender to leave.
Yeah.
Because it's good, but I feel like there's something about Christmas that makes me hate Christmas, you know what I mean? The traditional, just like Christmas story, not a Christmas story, but like traditional Christmas things where it's just like, oh, Santa Claus, ha ha ha, instead of something like The Grinch, where it's about, something else. Now, we can get into a debate about whether The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween or a Christmas movie.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
You could start it at the beginning, watch the first half on Halloween, and then save it and watch the second half on Christmas.
Yeah, there you go.
Or watch it in that weird, awkward in-between time of November.
That might actually be the perfect time to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I don't love this movie.
Yeah, I remember liking it, but obviously not liking it enough to want to continue watching it every year.
I remember enjoying it, putting it on the list because I like it enough, but it can also leave.
Yeah, if we need to make room for something.
Have you seen Deck the Halls with Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito?
I haven't, but it sounds vaguely familiar to me.
It's not great. That's basically just like an instant trash pick. Have you seen Christmas with the Cranks?
I have seen Christmas with the Cranks. I like that movie. That is one of the...
That's one of the ones you had on your list?
It's one of the ones that I watch almost every year.
I don't really remember much about it. I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember liking it as a kid. How about the Santa Claus series?
Who's in that?
Tim Allen. He kills Santa, and then he has to become Santa. And then there's a second movie and a third movie, and I've only seen the first one.
Yes. Okay. Now I remember it. I've seen it. Again, it's not one of the staples, like my go-to Christmas movies.
I think we should get rid of it. I don't really like this movie.
Then it's gone.
Four Christmases. Have you seen that movie?
No, I don't even know what it is.
It is Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon, and both of their parents are divorced, and their plan... They always leave on vacation for Christmas. They don't have to deal with their family or whatever. Their trip somehow gets canceled with some sort of Christmas magic. Their flight's canceled. And then they have to stay in town and they have to visit all of their parents.
So they just borrowed the plot from Christmas with the Cranks.
They have to have 4 Christmases and they go visit their 4 families and everything's crazy and their families are crazy. And then they just learn to love each other and their families. I think they probably almost get divorced. Vince Vaughn probably does the Vince Vaughn.
Like I said, I haven't seen the movie, but just what I'm picturing in my head, I'd trash this one.
I don't like it enough to keep it if you want to get rid of it. Have you seen the original Star Wars holiday special?
I have not, but I've heard it's just awful.
Same, but I feel like it might be awful enough to keep.
I think there's a classic that we have left out here, and that's the Home Alone series.
I was just about to bring up Home Alone.
All right, I would keep 1 and 2, and 3 I would trash.
Yes, I'm okay with that. Another possibly classic, possibly contentious thing to bring up, Die Hard.
Not a Christmas movie, I'm sorry.
Not a Christmas movie.
No. It's a good movie. I do not call it a Christmas movie, though.
What has to make it a Christmas movie?
Well, I'm going to talk about why it's not a Christmas movie. It's an action movie that takes place on or around Christmas. I don't feel there's any, thematically Christmas elements to it.
What if I told you the only reason that the plot happens is because it's Christmas?
Is that the only reason?
Yes. John McClane is in LA because he's visiting his ex-wife and child. He's visiting his family in LA for Christmas. He goes to this Christmas party at Nakatomi Plaza, and because of the lower security during Christmas and most of the people gone, but not everyone, so there's enough people to take hostage. That's the reason that Hans Gruber and his goons attack the tower, because there's lower security and there's still enough people to take hostage that they can do their thing. But the tower is also empty, so it's easy for them to get in.
We'll call it a Christmas movie for now. I don't fully agree. We can keep it on the list.
I'm putting it on the list because I want to. And then I was going to move on to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's okay. It's not great. I want to get rid of it. I don't want this movie to be shown on TV ever again.
Oh, did you know that movie is directly responsible for us getting Elf, though?
That makes sense.
Okay, we'll take it off.
I was at the gym last Christmas, and the area that I worked out in often and on that day was right underneath the TV that was playing Fox News. Apparently, the Democrats were trying to cancel Rudolph because it encouraged bullying.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure it's a movie about why bullying is bad.
They missed the point on that one.
There was no sound. I don't really know what they were talking about. I wasn't paying attention, obviously. I was at the gym. I'm putting Elf on the list, though.
If this was a tiered list, Elf is God tier.
Speaking of other Christmas movies that are very traditional, A Christmas Story.
Which one? Because I feel like that's a story that's been redone.
The one called A Christmas Story from 1983. Little Ralphie, he wants his little BB gun, but they won't get it for him because they say it's going to shoot his eye out. Then he gets one and he shoots it, and leg lamp.
Yes, I know which one you're talking about. I don't think I've seen it.
You should see it. It's very good. I'm putting it on the list. I don't care what you say.
Okay.
There's a lot of things on here that I just never even heard of. And then there's a lot of things that are just set around Christmas, like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I don't remember Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I know I've seen it. I don't think I was paying attention, and I'm pretty sure I only saw the last half now that I'm thinking about it. But it's set around Christmas because Shane Black always sets his movies around Christmas.
I have not seen it, so I don't know.
Okay, so on this list, A Christmas Carol's here, which Christmas Carol is good. I like A Christmas Carol. But what if instead we talked about A Muppets Christmas Carol?
I'm not a big fan of the Muppets, if I'm being honest.
So if we talked about a regular Christmas Carol, would you be into it? And if it didn't have the Muppets?
So A Christmas Carol has been told a million different times. I've done it in a school play. I've seen live plays of it, and then there's I don't even know how many movies there's been of it to choose from.
We could just do the entire like we did with the Grinch, just all of them.
Yeah, we could do that. I'd keep it, including the Muppets one.
Yeah, just imagine a Christmas Carol, but instead of people, some of them are magical puppet people.
Interesting. Okay.
What is The Man Who Invented Christmas? Okay. Have we covered everything on your list yet?
Yes, but I just thought of something that came out last year that I watched it was an animated Christmas movie. Klaus. That movie caught me really off guard.
I just stumbled upon something I didn't know existed. William Shatner movie. A Christmas Horror Story. At the top, first of all, the poster says an instant classic. And then underneath says A Christmas Horror Story. And then it's Santa Claus with some sort of spear weapon fighting some sort of goat demon, devil creature who is fighting with a giant chain hook thing. And underneath it says, you better watch out.
Honestly, sounds so bad it might be good.
It has an 83% on Rotten Tomato.
Really?
I'm not saying we should add this to the list because neither of us have seen this or heard of it. Maybe we put a little note here.
Okay, yeah. Before we move on to Christmas songs, though, what is your opinion on the Netflix Christmas cinematic universe?
You might need to explain what that is.
So you've got the Princess Switch, the Princess Switch 2, switched again. Then you've got a Christmas Prince, and then you've got a Christmas Prince 2, Christmas Inheritance, Then you've also got The Night Before Christmas, and I believe those are all the ones that are together.
Does this have anything to do with the Christmas Chronicles?
No, it doesn't, but that is actually also on my list as one to trash.
Okay, cool. I've never seen any of the movies you just mentioned.
I haven't seen them either, but I know that they all relate to each other. But the one that I want to mention is A Princess Switch, because The Princess Switch 2 adds another person. So they're all played by Vanessa Hudgens.
Both
So
of the
in
princesses that are getting switched are played by Vanessa Hudgens?
3 of them!
They got switched a second time.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous, and they just keep going with them, and they don't look good. But yeah, I just wanted to know if you had heard of them or had any thoughts on those.
I've heard of A Christmas Prince, I think. Like, I've definitely seen things popping up, probably last year or the year before, but I didn't realize that it stretched this far.
They like do cameos in each other's movies, and it's just
Can't wait for the Christmas Avengers.
a Christmas Princess switched again endgame.
Yeah, there was like a few more movies on this list that I wanted to talk about quickly. The first one is Scrooged. Have you seen Scrooged? It's basically a Christmas Carol, but slightly different. It's like a retelling of it, so I would still count it as the whole all-encapsulating Christmas Carol. We talked about Home Alone. The Night Before. Did you see that one?
The party one?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes. Yeah, do we still have room on our list? Because I forgot about that movie, but I would put that one on there.
We don't, but we can scratch off a few things. Like, I've already scratched off Miracle on 34th Street. Harold and Kumar Christmas.
I have not seen.
I thought it was fine. It's not as good as the other two.
I haven't seen any Harold and Kumar.
I recommend the first two. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I haven't seen that either.
It's a classic, but I don't like Chevy Chase.
Fair. Did he do something?
Oh, he's just like a giant asshole.
Okay.
Love Actually.
I've heard of it.
People go crazy about this movie.
I have never seen it.
Neither have I. I just wanted to see if you had an opinion
Well,
on it.
it's got Liam Neeson and Andrew Lincoln and Colin Firth.
It's got a great cast, but it's apparently pretty divisive. People either love it or hate it. Anyway, I just counted our list, and we have 10. Scratched off Miracle on 34th Street, and we have 10. The list that we created is The Grinch, any of them, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Christmas with the Cranks, Home Alone, but only 1 and 2, Die Hard, Elf, A Christmas Story, all of the Christmas carols, including Scrooge, but especially the Muppets, Klaus, and The Night Before.
All right.
Tweet at us if we missed a Christmas movie, and then we'll tell you if it sucks.
Okay, so for Christmas music... Why are you laughing at?
Oh, I thought that was so funny. Just like, I just imagine like getting a tweet that's like, what about this movie? And just replying like,
sucks.
no, this movie sucks.
Okay. So do we want to do another list of 10?
I have a love-hate relationship with Christmas music, but then a lot of it I do like. The ones I like the most are ones that specifically don't really mention Christmas. That's not necessarily like I just hate Christmas and don't want to hear about it. The one I can think of specifically is... Crap, what is this song called? You know what, I'll come back to it. You can just...
Before I get into songs I like, I'm actually going to send you a song, because I'm not sure that you would have heard this one, but it's the worst Christmas song you will ever hear.
That's a hot take, because when I worked in catering, there was an event I did every year, and they always brought in the same band, and they had Christmas songs that they had written, and they were all not good.
So this one might not be as bad as those, but this song, it just... Oh, it bugs me so much. So the song is called Christmas Wrapping, and it is from a band called The Waitresses. I believe it's from the 80s. Yeah, 1982.
That was not enjoyable.
I'll pull up some of the worst lyrics, and I'll go over why I absolutely hate this song.
I have a question. When you think of Christmas music, who comes to mind?
Mariah Carey.
That's one of the things I was expecting you to say.
Upon further thought, it would be Michael Bublé.
Yep, that's the second one I thought you would say.
And some Frank Sinatra. However, I'm an actual fan of Frank Sinatra, so I like a lot of his non-Christmas music as well.
The last one I would generally think of is Bing Crosby.
Yeah, he's kind of along the same lines as Frank Sinatra.
So I think the song I was trying to think of is Let It Snow. That's one I like.
A song that I actually do want to keep, because I realize I've just been trashing on Christmas songs so far. Britney Spears, My Only Wish. That song's a bop.
Is this one that she recorded herself, or is this like specifically her recording of this song, do you mean?
Yeah, you're asking if it's a cover, right?
Yeah, I'm asking you if she wrote it or not.
Yeah, I believe it's an original Britney Spears song.
My favorite things from The Sound of Music. I like the song. I like The Sound of Music. This isn't a Christmas song.
I was gonna say, I don't associate that song as a Christmas song.
It gets played around Christmas Christmas all the time.
I would not call it a Christmas song. Where do you land on Santa Baby?
I don't love it.
For me, it really depends on the version of it.
A lot of these, I think, depend on the version.
The Taylor Swift version's pretty good. The Michael Bublé version is terrible.
Santa Buddies.
Santa Buddy.
Have you heard the new Carly Rae Jepsen Christmas song?
I have not.
Give it a listen. Give it a listen right now.
It's Not Christmas Till Somebody Cries.
That's the one.
Not terrible. I got a chuckle out of the part where the grandpa ate the weed gummies. And I rolled my eyes at the boyfriend is a vegan, so we fed him fish.
I'm going to put that as a solid maybe. Let's see how big the playlist gets.
So you've heard of the 12 Days of Christmas, obviously. So this is 12 Days of a Pop Punk Christmas from Sunrise Skater Kids.
I said I don't like Christmas songs that mention Christmas. That's a lie. I do. I just don't like Jingle Bells or 12 Days of Christmas or something like that.
What would you say if I told you I was writing a Christmas song?
Is it the 12 Days of Pop Punk Christmas?
I started it last night.
Okay.
And it is called Frosty the Outlaw.
Oh.
I'll read you the first line that I have. Frosty the Outlaw was a no-good bastard soul with a tobacco pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Picture it, you know, like old folk country songs where they're all like, yeah, I walked into the bar and the devil was there and we played a game of cards.
Devil Went Down to Georgia?
Sort of like that, but like older. That's the theme that I'm going for with it.
Once it's recorded and out there, it can go in the playlist.
All right.
I don't really care what you say about this one, but putting Last Christmas by Wham on here.
Okay. Not a big fan of Wham. I'll let you put it on.
It's not Wham, it's Last Christmas. What is that, The Beatle?
John Lennon?
Paul McCartney. What's that Paul McCartney Christmas song?
Does he have one? Are you sure you're not thinking of John Lennon and Happy Christmas War is Over?
I just looked at that on the list.
Okay, can we trash that song? Because I don't like it.
Get rid of John Lennon.
One to put on the list would be Happy Holidays, You Bastard from Blink-182.
What era of Blink-182?
This is early 2000s era.
It's Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney.
I don't think I've heard that one.
It's okay.
Oh, simply having...
I don't love it. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm impartial. It exists.
One that I do want to put on here is Winter Wonderland.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know anybody specifically who recorded it. I just know that I like that song. Ooh, I found a trash. Let's trash Feliz Navidad.
Yes.
Get out of here.
What is your opinion on the controversial Baby It's Cold Outside?
Ooh, I was going to bring that up, but I forgot. I like the song.
I also liked the song.
And I understand that it makes people upset.
But it was a different time.
The big one for me is she says, oh, but what's in this drink? Apparently, it's just something that people said a lot during Prohibition to like get away with stuff almost. It was not like, oh, you drugged me. It's like her being like, oh, but what's in the drink? Because she like wanted to stay.
Like I said, I like the song. As long as it's not the John Legend version.
According to Vox.com, what's in this drink was a common joke in the 1930s and 40s made by people who wanted to make an excuse for something that they knew very well they shouldn't be doing. Let's trash Jingle Bells.
We can trash most versions of that, except for the Real Big Fish version.
Let's trash Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree or whatever it's called.
Yes.
Let's trash Jingle Bell Rock.
Carol of the Bells. I want to specifically mention the August Burns Red version.
August Rings Bell?
August Burns Red. So they're a metal band.
Let's trash Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Impartial.
Blue Christmas. I'm putting it on here. There's also White Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Not a big fan of that song.
You don't like White Christmas?
No. I find it kind of boring.
Okay.
Santa Tell Me. That's a good one. I like that one.
I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to put it on.
How many songs are we at?
We are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and but 2 of them are maybes.
Okay. So I have one more I want to add.
Okay.
And that is Santa Stole My Girlfriend from the Maine.
Okay.
And it's Maine like the state.
Let's trash I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
Oh, absolutely. What a garbage song.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you feel about I'll Be Home for Christmas?
Boring, kind of like White Christmas.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a Bing Crosby song to put on here.
I guess it really depends on who's singing it, if they're making it boring or not. You can't really spice that one up.
How do you feel about Silver Bells?
It's decent, I guess. You know, a lot of the traditional Christmas songs I'm kind of just over.
Yeah, they get played a lot.
But I am looking at Bing Crosby album here. He's got a song with Frank Sinatra and Fred Waring.
Have you heard Mele Kalikimaka by Bing Crosby?
Oh, yes. I've definitely heard that.
I don't like it.
I don't even know how to spell it.
I'm sure if you like butcher the spelling, it'll still pop up. I added You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How do you feel about the most wonderful time of the year because I don't like it and we should trash it.
I agree. Trash.
Okay. How do you feel about Little Drummer Boy?
Also trash.
Yeah. How about the one where they're saying about ships coming in or whatever?
Huh? I don't think.
Good, it's trash. Get rid of it.
Okay.
How do you feel about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
That's a timeless classic, and I think that one should stay. Oh, you know what? I can't make a Christmas playlist without this artist. But no, this is a German singer named Heinche.
Heinche?
Heinche. This is a staple in my family. I do not know if it's on Spotify. Oh, I think we need some stuff from Boney M.
Sure. Apparently it's a Killers Christmas song.
I can't imagine it being good.
Do you not like the Killers?
I do enjoy a few songs from the Killers.
God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen / We Three Kings by the Bare Naked Ladies and Sarah McLachlan. Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah McLachlan.
We're friends. She lets me call her Sarah.
Just do the Christmas medley from Boney M's Christmas album.
I feel like we're missing things.
I feel like we are too.
There's one specifically that I saw. I guess Ariana has a whole Christmas album.
Does she?
Actually, there's another song here called Wit It This Christmas.
I know she has a cover of Santa Baby and Last Christmas and that Santa Tell Me song, but I didn't know there was anything else.
What about Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas? How do you feel about that one? I'm going to put it on here.
Okay. How's our list looking?
That's probably about 20 songs right now.
Do you want to call it there?
Yeah.
Any last minute additions? How's that Killers song?
I like Mr. Brightside and that other song that you made that I like. I can't think of the name right now, but that Christmas song's not very good. We can leave it there and then tweet at us if you have a song and we will either add it or we will tell you it sucks.
Yeah, we'll tell you it's trash. Reevaluate your opinion.
Yeah, you're wrong. Your completely subjective opinion is wrong. Oh, also, Silent Night is boring and we should trash it.
Oh, yeah. So that brings us to the end of episode 3. Johan, do you have anything you want to plug or promote?
Follow me on Twitter at Johanberg.
Send us pictures of your Christmas food on Twitter.
Tell us what traditions you have.
That too. As always, you can let us know what you think. You can find us on Twitter at scratch_cast and on Facebook at recordscratchcast and on our website at recordscratch.podbean.com.
Tell us if you open presents on Christmas Eve or not.
Yes, do that. Thank you for listening and happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I don't know. Bye.